the sensual arousal of sense-making, seducing ourselves out of the digital trance into the arms of Lady Justice.
I am Kristina Tahel. Here I recapitulate pivotal sections of first principles in direct quotes from Dr. Marc Gafni or Barbara Marx Hubbard, woven together from the prior week's One Mountain, Many Paths broadcast.
To seduce ourselves means we have to have the capacity of doing sense-making, the seduction of discernment, to take responsibility for our own arousal, to birth into reality the most stunning, gorgeous, wildly unique, and beautiful version of ourselves. It is that version of us that reality desperately yearns for, and that's what we call our unique self. There's this need for the collective and the individual to seduce ourselves out of the sleepwalk, trance-like zombie internet state into functioning, awake, alive, vibrant citizens in a democracy who gather information, who cultivate discernment, and who know actually how to engage in the art of evaluation. The society we're creating today is a society of upgraded algorithms and downgraded human beings who are losing their access to authentic free will, human beings who are manipulated by web algorithms coming at us so fast and moving so carefully to hijack our attention, to form our opinions. Unless we seduce ourselves, unless we arouse ourselves, unless we step in and cultivate our unique self-discernment, we actually lose access to our own Eros. The process of information gathering, the process of making evaluation is the single most important process in democracy. It's where actually we're able to cultivate discernment, to evaluate, to place value, to weigh competing narratives, to not get lost in any kind of woke culture, but to stand for truth and the integrity of sense-making. We look at every individual case. We're not involved in identity politics in which we dismiss anyone, men or Jews or Blacks or anyone. When we do that, we get lost in the pseudo ecstasies of the crowd. How do we discern? What's the structure of justice that operates in society and that moves to society? How do we evaluate a person? How do we form judgments in public culture? There are 4 litmus tests. 1, before action is taken, is there a fair process of fact-checking, of investigation, of talking to both sides? 2, if new evidence comes to the fore, are people willing to consider it? 3, is the person who's being attacked being demonized? 4, is the assumption in the public space that there's never room for resolution, that it can never be resolved? What are the values of democracy and freedom? It means opposing the worst tyrannies in the world. We've got to be really careful of this postmodern cynicism where we're actually afraid to stand for value. We need to seduce ourselves to be the minor fluctuation point, to overthrow the order of society based on rivalrous conflict governed by win-lose metrics, and arouse ourselves to create a new public commons, a new public ethos, a new public culture. When we do discernments in a democracy, when we are willing to die for justice, then we are in service of the divine feminine, who is Lady Justice.